One of the most fun parts of every Smash game has been the wide variety of side game modes to play. While your regular Smash games are fun, side modes spice up the mix for more players. You have highly skill-based modes like Target Smash, modes that focus on story and platforming like Subspace Emissary, and the casual, fun party modes like Smash Run, for example. However, when the discussion of Smash game modes comes up, you almost never hear about Smash Tour, unless they're making fun of it.
The worst game mode ever.
The thing is, damn, I feel like they didn't even try.
Okay, I can't play this game apparently. I can't play.
So is it that bad? Well, it's not good, but at the same time, it's not the spawn of everything unholy like some people like to treat it. Overall, it's a solid idea, put into practice pretty poorly if I have to be honest. It's kind of like if the smart kid handed in an essay last minute. You know, he's the smart kid, he knows what he's talking about, and a lot of the points in the essay are pretty well made and can be compared to his previous projects. But doing it the last hour isn't going to save you, buddy. And the result is a hollow project that is heavily overshadowed by both predecessor and follower. This is the goal of this video. To revise that rushed paper, if you will, and update it for Smash Ultimate at least. What would Smash Tour look like if it was in Smash Ultimate? How would it play? Well, it would be relatively similar, but it would certainly have that Smash Ultimate flair, I'll definitely say that much. It has been said a million times that Smash Tour is basically Mario Party meets Super Smash Bros., which is, and I say this with full confidence, a phenomenal idea. You take two of the most beloved party games. It's a fighting game, but it's also a party game. Let's be real. It's a party game. Take two of the most beloved party games and stick them together. That is a great idea. Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? That sounds like a blast to play. But, as we've discussed, it is a bit meh. It's a very okay experience. And a very large root of the problem lies within the presentation of Smash Tour. Let's make a comparison real quick. First, see what happens when you start up Smash Tour. Now, let's compare it to Mario Party. Let's use Mario Party 8, for example. Mario Party 8, Goomba's Booty Boardwalk for Mario Party 8. That's what we're going to use. Let's see how that presents itself. Notice the difference? The camera's swinging around the map and I'm thinking, ooh, what's that pirate ship? Or I wonder what that dolphin does, or where those green and yellow spaces take me. What do these things do? Not only is each map themed around a specific topic, but the events of each mesh with that topic perfectly. A beach pirate level has beach pirate events. A Hollywood level will have Hollywood events. And you cut to Smash Tour, and you've got yourself a map that looks like a toddler just mushed 5 colors of Play-Doh together with barely any introduction. It doesn't make me want to play, it just kind of tosses you in there. Over here's one theme, and over there's another. And don't get me wrong, I understand that World of Light did the same exact thing, but at least I care about each new location in World of Light. For example, when you get to the Pac-Man maze, I want to go in that Pac-Man maze. Are you kidding me? It's a Pac-Man maze. I want to go in there. I see the Donkey Kong world. I love Donkey Kong. Please do. I want to explore these worlds. Not this barren wasteland that I really don't care about. It's just a bunch of fields, water, buildings. I don't care. Same goes for the events. Tons of different things happen on the board, but it's all over the place. No structure, no direction. A map should be built around something. World of Light is a mix of big video game worlds because that's the theme of Smash Brothers. It's a mix, it's a celebration of video games. So how about you make maps that are based on those video games? For instance, let's combine the worlds of Legend of Zelda and Kid Icarus Uprising, two of my favorite games. Well, Zelda, one of my favorite series, and Kid Icarus Uprising, one of my favorite games. How about we have a map where You have Sky World up top, okay? And then in the middle is Hyrule Fields. Hyrule Fields, where the bulk of the map will be. And then the bottom will be the Underworld from Kid Icarus Uprising. Just a nice little sandwich level between the two series. And then the same thing would go for all the items and events on the stage. They would be Zelda and Kid Icarus themed and maybe a slight mix here and there. Because if we're being honest, one of the worst parts of Smash Tour is its maps. They lack personality, they lack flair. I don't want to click on any of these because they're all the same thing. A Smash Brothers board game should have maps that feel Smash Brothers. I'd want to see that ambition in these maps. Like the other game modes, it's just not there with this one. Squeeze them down. Stop focusing. Coughing. You got coughing in one corner. You've got Nabbit in the other. There's so many different series just all over the place. And it's so much that you just don't know what the hell does what. You need to squeeze it down so players can recognize certain things that are happening on the screen and just split the maps between series and not try to mesh them all into 3 very samey looking maps. Next we get to the gameplay, the meat on this relatively soggy burger. Out of everything, this is actually the part I like the most. Going to the 5 checkpoints is a cool idea. It encourages players to explore while preventing any camping in one corner so you can't farm up fighter spaces or item spaces or anything like that. Neat. I also like the idea of collecting fighters. It is a very, very satisfying thing to just collect an army of fighters, especially your favorite fighters, while suppressing your opponents. There's a lot of in-depth strategy to that, or I guess there could be. I'll get into why there isn't, but there's so much possibility with that idea. I really like it. It's Squad Strike before Squad Strike, and I really like that idea. And the items are alright too. They're basically spirits before spirits were a thing. It's kind of interesting to see how many of Ultimate's new game modes were added in this one very forgotten side mode. And lastly, the one thing that Smash Tour actually does way better than Mario Party, if not most other party games, is the final round. All the squads go at it in one final round on Battlefield with items. No matter how poorly you did, there is the sliver of hope you have a chance, and I love that. How many times have you been playing a party game and you've been the little Timmy, the guy who's been there for the first time, and you're getting your ass beat? You don't know what the hell you're doing, so you're kind of just there losing, and you're so far losing that you can't come back, so you're just there being leeched off of by the rich. But with this game, there's always a chance, there's always encouragement to keep trying in Smash Tour, and I like it. 2 thumbs up for that final round idea. Whoever thought of that's a great idea. Because let's be real, Mario Party's final round thing is bonus stars, which can be chalked up to...
And the third one is going to the one that was most like a Goomba. Yeah, Goomba won! Mama fucking knee, I'm gonna kill you!
Bullshit. But that is about where the good stuff ends in terms of gameplay. Here's what I'd change. Obviously, items become spirits, which in my opinion should have the amount of them toned down. I played a few rounds of this for some, just some recent, just to get some research in, and the amount of items, the sheer amount you get so quickly, it's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. All these different items, they just so random. I don't know what they do. Everyone has like 30 of them and you're getting them for free each turn. Calm it down a bit. Let's use those little spirit shops, those little spirit shops, and have maybe a little station where you could buy items and maybe just 1 or 2 item spaces, or spirit spaces in this case, and just leave it at that. The amount of spirits, or the amount of items you get is insane. They need to calm that down. I could even see a lot of these items you buy at the item shop being traded in for maybe the stats and fighters you gather throughout the main game. That way they have no need for a new currency, so it's not too like Mario Party. You get to keep your current stat boosts and fighters like it does in Smash Tour already, and it would just be an easy way to trade things in and out, and it would put a high risk, high reward factor. Do you want more items in return for your power and fighters, or do you want to keep them and have no items? Be pretty cool. And another thing with items, why can't I see what they do before I get them? I don't know if Wollywog is worth it or not, so I have to go out of my way to grab it and see what it does. And even then, if it's a battle item, I can't see what it is until I'm in battle, which is another stupid thing. For those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you, the items in Smash Tour are split between the red battle items, the blue board items and the green general items, and you can only view what they do during that part of the game. So if you get a battle item, you don't know what the hell it does, you can't look at it until you're about to battle, so you don't know if you should keep it or get rid of it or anything like that. It's really stupid. And what hurts it the most is it doesn't have the common sense factor that Mario Party has. Mushroom good, star good, poison mushroom bad, Bowser bad. It's very easy to tell what's good and bad in Mario Party. How in God's name am I supposed to know that a fucking Wollywog nullifies traps? I don't. It's ridiculous. But you know what I'm saying? It sounds a little nitpicky, but I think you know. I think you get it. It is questionable decision after questionable decision like this that not only hinders just the gameplay, but the entire mode. The biggest victim of these choices, without a doubt, the movement. At first glance, you roll 1 through 6, and you go. Not bad so far. And then, everything else starts happening. Items go off and everyone's flying everywhere, random beetles appear and eat Dark Pit, coughing smoke screens the board, you lose your roll because some jack-off decided to run into you while you were planning where to go next, which why you'd reward reckless play in a board game where you're supposed to think is beyond me, but this game lacks control. Nothing good or bad that happens to a player feels earned. Ridley appears on the board. Okay, that's neat. Well, how was I supposed to know? From what I can gather, these board events have no signal for when they strike. They just appear and halt the pace of everything and then dip right out of there. Once again, let's look at Mario Party and the elusive Bowser space. Every Mario Party has it. We all know what it does. It brings down Bowser. When you get near one, you do everything in your power to plan on how to get around it because you don't want to hit it. Or maybe you strategically do hit it to have everyone play a Bowser minigame and then screw someone else over. That level of control is what Smash Tour needs. A good relationship between spaces, or items, or games, and mechanics, and the player is extremely important, because if the player doesn't understand what's going on, which is a majority of Smash Tour, they are not going to enjoy themselves because nothing they do will feel like they earned or deserved it. And then back to Smash Tour, characters like Nabbit spawn randomly, making the quote-unquote reward feel less deserved. What did you, the player, do to get that rabbit? Nothing. He showed up at a random time and most likely walked in your direction. What this mode needs is more control and influence. I should be able to know, for example, a boss character will appear when X requirement is made or when X amount of turns have passed. Or every 5 turns, an event character will come. The main difference between Mario Party and Smash Tour is that Mario Party is like a full deck of cards. You take your deck of cards out of the pile and it's completely luck-based what you get, but you have full control over how you deal those cards. What card do you deal first? What card do you save? How do you what do you do with those cards? That's up to you. With Smash Tour, you still get the cards randomly, right? It's still the same concept. It's just like half of the cards you can't see, and the other half that you can see, you can only see sometimes. It's very, very foggy on Smash Tour's side, and I think it is much better handled in Mario Party, where it feels like you have more influence over how your cards are dealt. Not only that, but players should have to take turns according to a dice roll at the start. Having everyone walk at the same time is hectic and extremely annoying. This is like that one minigame from Super Mario Party where everyone has the opportunity to jump on clouds with coins, and if you bump into each other, neither of you get the coins. It's actually a really fun minigame, but playing it 50 times per game is not fun. It is not enjoyable. It really works on the nerves after a while. Once again, no control for the player. Just pray the enemy doesn't pick the same path as you. So in short, for this whole movement part, random luck can be fun, but a tad bit of skill needs to be added, and Smash Tour is severely lacking in rewarding skill. Which leaves us with the battles, which are honestly a very, very good part. So crazy, yet so enjoyable. These matches are spirit battles before spirit battles, and it's a blast to play. Add some fun battle items which can actually be used very creatively, and you've got yourself a fun time with yourself or with friends. You can even get lucky and have a mini-game type competition, such as home run contests, which adds to the mix even more. In fact, something I'd like to see more of are more of these unique mini-games, because Smash Tour definitely utilizes the fighter part of Smash, but not the platformer part. I'd like to see maybe a racing minigame, maybe a jumping minigame, maybe a minigame where you have to time 5 parries before everyone else, or maybe a mashing minigame. Let's break our fingers a little bit. Get those, inkling training. Let's get some inkling training in there. Lots of fun minigames could be added thanks to the mechanics of Ultimate, and another addition I'd like to see is more minigames in general. It kind of sucks having minigames appear so rarely, especially on large maps. I've gone, in my several playthroughs I did for testing, I went sometimes maybe 3, 4, sometimes 5 turns without seeing a single minigame. That is a fourth of the entire game. I'm just hitting blocks and moving, as we've discussed. That is the worst part of the game, and I'm experiencing it the most. That's probably why most people hate this stuff. If they just played some more of these crazy battles, I'm sure they'd love it way more. My suggestion would be this. One turn, or maybe once every other turn, is a regular minigame, and the whole launch thing, how about we don't have that for when people cross each other? How about when they just land on the same space, and the battle is just between those two players, and whoever wins gets to take a fighter or some stats or something of their choice, similar to how duels work in Mario Party. That'd be a cool way to keep the mechanic they intended, while adding to it, and in my opinion, making it much better and less hectic. That way you could walk where you want. And of course, that won't change the fact that regular minigames will give and take from players as well, just maybe less than duels would. That way, you're not just playing a board game, because let's be real, a lot of party games are famous for their awesome minigames. However, there is something else I wish they would let you do, and that is pick your fighter before you enter the minigame. You rotate through your squad, and whoever's at the front will be the game's choice for whatever mode they decide to throw you in, and I think that's kind of silly. The reason I say this is because it takes away so much strategy. If I want to play Bowser Jr. for a match because I feel that he'll be better for me in this match, then yes, let me take that risk of losing Bowser Jr. to do better in this match. That high risk, high reward scenario will keep me on my toes, keep everybody interested, and I don't understand why they force you to play certain characters. If I want to stock up my Sonic, let me stock up my Sonic till the end. Maybe I want to save him. And because there would be a wide variety of game modes in my ideal Smash Tour, a player wouldn't just pick one character every time, because maybe once in a while you would need to pick another character that better suits a certain minigame. Minigames serve as the toppings on this sundae. They're the pickles on the burger, they're the tomatoes, the cheese. They make it so much better. And you can't have a party game without them. And I really think that with just some small little touches, a little extra spice, you could have some very good minigames and a very good experience in the minigame department when it comes to the new and improved Smash Tour. Overall, Smash Tour is not the best game mode. Smash Run overshadows it by a country mile, but it does not make it bad. There are undoubtedly great things to be seen and fun to be had. The concept, the battles, and the overall craziness are the main attractions of this mode. It's just sad that craziness forces itself into the driver's seat way too much, making for a highly luck-based experience where it feels like the game is playing you instead of vice versa. And if they ever did add this bad boy to Ultimate, or any future title for that matter, I'd be pleasantly surprised. Of course, I would be skeptical, considering that the board items, mechanics, luck, and a lot more need some serious work. But I'm easy to please, so I think I'd be happy just to see an old friend return. And what about you? Do you agree with my points, or do you think I am outlandishly incorrect and would never like to see Smash Tour again, or do you think it is the greatest game mode and I was way too harsh on it? Please, in a respectable fashion, mind you, let me know in the comments, and I would be more than glad to not just read, but maybe respond to it. With that being said, I must go. Ciao.